Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing what does your higher self want to tell you about your life right now. And to do your reading we are going to be picking 3 piles together. So I see 1. I really feel this one. I'm gonna take it. 2 and 3. Let's see what we have for today's reading. So for pile number 1, we have the Shape Shifter. For pile number 2, we have Alethea. And for pile number 3, we have the Castle. If you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, we have the Cherry Quartz, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, we have the White Howlite, and this is what your crystal looks like. Right. And for pile number 3, we have the Bloodstone, and this is what your crystal looks like. Yeah. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to. And that is probably the pile for you here today. As I always say, if you feel drawn to more than one pile or perhaps all of the piles, trust your intuition, because your intuition is your magic and it will always guide you to the right readings. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to your card preparation process. It is so lovely to have you around. I always love this part of the video. That's why I always include it. I feel like it's important to have you as part of your preparation process. So welcome. It is so lovely to have you here. Love experiencing your energies, your calm, beautiful energies as we prepare your readings. Yeah, I genuinely do like connecting with you during this section, especially when you guys talk to me about it in the comment section. So yeah, let's begin your reading and let's find out what your higher self wants to tell you about your life right now. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay. All right, let's pick up your deck. And again, shuffle with intention. And we want to know, what does your higher self want to tell you about your life right now? Thanks. 1, 2, and 3. All right, let's pick up your next deck. Oh, wow. The Boar and Pumpkin. You know, I feel like your higher self is saying here with the Boar and Pumpkin to continue to have confidence, to go after what you want, because you're very near to something. You're very near to achieving something. Yeah. You have a goal that is right in front of your eyes. You're very strong. You're very confident. You can achieve something. And I see that your higher self is telling you, keep your eye on the goal. Continue to go through what you need to go through, because you will be getting very soon what you want. You're very near. So keep going is the message I'm hearing. Keep going at it. Keep going. You're just about to make it. Wonderful. Really wonderful. Let's see now what your higher self wants to tell you about your life right now. So 1, 2, and 3. All right. Now let's pick up your tarot decks, and we will be taking 2 cards from each deck. So, what does your higher self want to tell you about your life right now? What does your higher self want to tell you about your life right now, please? Okay. What does your higher self want to tell you about your life right now? So 1, 2, 1, 2, and I see these 2. Oh, these are 3. Okay. Okay. Let's pick up your next deck. Again, shuffle with intention. What does your higher self, oh, I see these 2, want to tell you about your life? Thanks. Right now. Okay, next deck. What does your higher self, are these 2? Yeah. 1, 2. Want to tell you about your life right now? All right, so your piles are now ready. Let's pick this one up. Ah, what are we doing? Let's take the first pile first. Right, so. Right, so that is pile number 1. That's pile number 1 with the with the cherry quartz. Pile number 2. Is also ready. There, with the white howlite. And pile number 3. There we go. is also ready. There we go. There we go. Pile number 3 is ready with the Bloodstone. Yeah, there we go. So our 3 piles for today's reading are now ready. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I truly value it. I love your energies, and I love that you take the time to spend the pile preparation with me. Thank you so much. Thank you for being the wonderful souls that you are. It is one of my biggest blessings in life. Love you guys very much. And let's get straight into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Shape Shifter as well as the Cherry Quartz. Very interesting, especially that I've noticed that your pile started at 11:11, so really cool. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You have the Cat and Lavender with Independence. Oh, if you hear any background noise, just a heads up, this is my dog. You also have Movement into Balance. And you have, in one side you have Inert, and on the other side you have Motivated. How interesting. All right, let's keep it right there. I think that is better. Right, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So, pile number 1, you have, the Unseen. This is actually an extra card in this deck. It's called the Unseen. How interesting. Let's keep it right there. You have the Flower of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups. You have the Nine of Swords, the Seven of Wands, you have the Magician. Interesting. You have the Two of Wands, right? Under the Unseen, you have the Seven of Swords. And look, this is the after tarot. This is the scene after the regular Seven of Swords. And they're about to step into a trap. You have the Seven of Cups. Again, that's the scene after the Seven of Cups. And you can see that they have chosen 2. And it could be that they've chosen one and the other cup chose them. Who knows? Let's find out. Pile number 1. Let's see what your higher self wants to tell you about your life right now. I feel with the cat, you know, the cat always... The cat has 7 lives. So I see that your higher self is talking about being given another chance. There's another chance maybe coming up, or you creating the shapeshifter. You creating a new opportunity, or giving yourself another chance at something important. With the Inert, maybe you have lost hope in something that you want, right? With the Seven of Cups, you want something. And maybe you've tried several times and for that reason you lost your motivation. But even though you've stopped, right? With the Nine of Swords, that wish didn't stop its loud noise. And so you might have stopped, but the voices inside you never stopped, pile number 1. You think that you may have taken yourself out of a tricky situation and that you should stop, why try when it's not working? But by walking away, if you feel maybe that you have saved yourself, I feel like your higher self is discussing something so lovingly with you. It's telling you, you may have walked away from the situation, but the situation never walked away from you. And deep within you, there are voices screaming, asking you to do something about it, asking you. You will not find peace if you don't begin. And that's what the lavender is all about. The lavender soothes our spirit, our mind. It relaxes us. So I see your higher self telling you, so long as you do not begin what your heart is calling for and what you know you want, these voices are never going to stop, because they're there guiding you in the right direction. They face you every day with that one thing that is in your heart that you want. And perhaps you've buried it for so long, you stopped looking at it, but it never stopped staring at you, pile number 1. And so with the cat has 9 lives, and I see your higher self telling you to try one more time, to go at it again, keep it moving. Because when you move, you create magic. There is bliss in movement. Movement creates luck. Movement attracts things to you. Movement creates an opportunity. It might not work a few times, but it's bound to work. This actually reminds me of when I was once reading something that Brian Tracy had written. He was talking about something in business. He was talking about sales, and he was explaining that as per statistics, when he was talking about cold calling exactly in business. And so cold calling is something that really is very, very hard to do. It needs some sort of boldness, and you keep getting ugly rejections. Nobody wants to get a phone call out of the blue of someone selling them something. And so you try a couple of times and you get really discouraged, because no one wants to hear about your new gadget that will help them round the corner of your cards, or your paper. And so Brian Tracy was explaining that according to statistics, the more you meet your no's, this is actually great news, because statistically you're getting closer to your yes. So create some sort of checklist. Let's say it's 100 to 1. Is it 100 to getting your yes? Every time you get a no, you tick it off your list and say to yourself, great, I just got closer to my yes. And take that concept with everything statistically, with your trials, with whatever you want to get to, and create a checklist. Every time it's not working, take it off, because you've just gotten yourself closer to what you want to achieve. And I really see your higher self telling you to continue to try. Don't stop. Don't lose your motivation, because every single time you don't make it, you get feedback, of course. You get more tools in your bag, and you're getting closer to your yes. There's no way that you're not going to collect what you want. This is the after tarot. So you're getting everything that you wanted. And perhaps here the snake represents power, protection as well. So you're being protected to keep that. Because, you know, the snake is one of the wishes here. So protecting that which you have reaped. And so your higher self is telling you, you are going to actually get what you want. This is inevitable. With the shapeshifter, it's really telling me that you have the capability of shifting things and making things happen. But how will you see it if you don't take action? If you don't try one after the other, after the other. This is really what I'm seeing here. You know, the sun and moon has something to do with the eclipse this month. Maybe you are being, especially that the 9 lives of the cat actually have to do with the moon. So follow that time, the eclipse. Something big is actually shifting for you, and you have to be ready in the move to be able to take that opportunity that's coming. You know, I keep forgetting that quote. Something like opportunity meets those who are ready. Something like that. Yeah. So all in all, I see that by creating movement, you create magic. It's like you're creating an energy ball, and the more you try at it, the more this energy ball keeps getting bigger. Without any interruption, the more you keep trying and trying and trying, this energy ball keeps growing and it manifests magic into your life. It's inevitable. You are going to make your dreams happen. It will come to you. You will get what you want and more. And for this reason, your higher self really is encouraging you to keep going at it. Pile number 1. Keep doing it. You are a shapeshifter. There is no coincidence that you were drawn to this pile. You have the full capability of creating something akin to magic, something amazing. And it takes trial over and over for it to formulate in the way that you see it in your head. Pile number 1. And you know, I love this specific 2 of Wands because we see a figure that has a problem on one hand and the solution in the other to open up a new door for themselves. So yeah, the message is very clear. Don't run away from what your heart is calling for. Just like you have that problem, you also have the solution to it. And you are meant to unlock it yourself. You are meant to go there. It's part of your spiritual journey in this lifetime. Because if you don't, you will always be bombarded by that desire. It is there inside you for a reason. It wants you to achieve that very desire that is speaking to your heart. It's there nagging for a reason because it wants you to be that which you want to be. It wants you to have that which you want to have. And it is written for you to get it. It's written for you. It's about continuing on that path, step by step, milestone by milestone, until you reach there. And you will see that it's like inertia. You know how in the beginning you push a little bit hard and you go, oh, and you keep pushing, and suddenly as you've pushed and you've taken a couple of steps, now the ball is rolling, and it doesn't take you as much effort and trials and tribulations for that ball to move. And you'll find that as you're pushing to make this happen, in the beginning it might be tough, but later on it's just going to work for you without you doing anything about it, really. With little effort to keep it going is all that is required. And you'll see that it's like a snowball going downhill on its own. Where you, when it goes down, you push it a couple of more steps and then it goes down again and so on. All you need to do is for you to be patient during that initial inertia to make something happen for yourself. Your higher self is really encouraging you at this point of your life because it knows that you will be making it. It's supposed to be part of your growth, and you're supposed to go through this journey, have these things, and grow with it. And it is your mission now to push at it, my dear pile number one. And you will see that as you push without giving up, you will start to see that progress, because it's that time when you're supposed to give up that you're actually not. For the ball to run and take the distance that it's supposed to take, for it to start working on its own, my dear pile number one. This is exactly what I see as your message from your higher self about what you need to know about your life right now. I truly hope you heed the call, my dear pile number one. It truly shows in your card that you're going to have what you want and more. You're going to keep it. You're going to be protected. And it's really all about creating that inertia. So pile number one, I truly hope you heed your higher self's call. This is exactly what I see in your reading, and I wish you the best of luck in your life, and I wish you the best of luck in what you want to create, and for it to manifest for you quickly. Create your energy ball and let it work magically for you, my dear pile number one. This was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. By the way, pile number one, this book can really help you out with keeping on inertia, doing what it takes to complete what you have started. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. You'll see that this book truly holds true to this promise, and if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love and enjoy listening to your books. And pile number one, it was a real pleasure. Thank you for tuning in, wishing you the best in your life, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Alethea card as well as the White Howlite. So let's see how this fits into your reading. And we're taking a look at what your higher self wants to tell you about your life right now. So, pile number two, you have the squirrel and chestnut with preparation. Okay. Okay. How interesting. You know, the squirrel hides the chestnut in preparation for the winter. So there's hiding, and Alethea means truth. So there is revelation, and you see both parts here, dark and light, right? Something in the light, something in the shadow. You have fearful on one side and brave on the other. And you have divine timing, okay? That's even clearer now. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have Four of Cups. You have the Ace of Cups. You have the Knight of Cups. The Page of Cups. Wow, a lot of cups. Okay. You also have the Six of Swords. Yeah, you're waiting for something. You are waiting for something. You have the Eight of Wands. you have the Five of Cups, and that is the After Tarot, right? See someone drowning there. Okay. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So it did go round. Right. Oh, it could mean that you're afraid of having lost the opportunity, maybe. Oh, you see, what I'm seeing here is you may have been working towards something, and you hope that it would have given you results straight away. But it hasn't. With the Four of Cups, you've been waiting, and it's becoming irritable, because I see here with the tortoise represented in the Six of Swords and the rabbit, you know, the rabbit is fast energy. Sorry. There we go. It's fast energy. It's waiting for the tortoise to come, and it's not coming. It's so slow. So you might have tried something, worked at something, you know, and you're really frustrated because it hasn't gotten the results that you wanted. You were hoping for it to come quickly. And so I see that your higher self is talking about you being afraid or worried that you might have missed the boat, that it's not going to happen for you, or that you've missed an opportunity. Although the first thing we've noticed are all the cups here. You know, the first thing I thought was like, wow, what are all these cups? Here, all the four cups are there, and you feel like it's not being filled. Maybe it's getting some tiny results, but it's not happening. Here is the thing, pile number 2. You know how when the squirrels, they bury chestnuts, winter comes, they even forget about a lot of them, and they turn later into huge chestnut trees that make a lot of chestnuts. And I see your higher self talking to you about patience and worries, and specifically that's what your higher self wants to talk to you about. Your higher self is telling you that with regards to you filling your cup, that is certainly coming. That is inevitable. It is coming in divine timing. I know sometimes we don't like to hear this word, but it is true. Everything has its time. And it's going to happen in the right time for you before anything else. And so, since it's going to happen, you will receive what you want and more. You have the Wheel of Fortune here. You did not miss the chance. It is certainly written. You see all of these books? It is written for you to have it. You've put in the work. You've planned. You've done what is necessary. Your higher self does not want you to go through this journey worried, afraid, feeling like it's going slow. All of these things will affect how you feel. It will maybe make you feel like you've lost time, you haven't done what you wanted, that maybe time is passing. You're very worried. And so your higher self is really telling you that since it's going to happen in its time, why go through this time feeling the pain of it? You know, I feel like here this figure is giving its back to the Wheel of Fortune, not realizing that it does spin, because this is the After Tarot. It's spun, and so it is spinning. And even if your time hasn't yet come, but it is spinning, and your time will come. You will see that moment, and it'll be the opposite of the energy. Where that's a tortoise too? No, really? Looks like the backpack looks... Yeah, it is a tortoise. It is a tortoise. How interesting that they came right next to each other. What you see is going slow now will be the same thing that goes very quickly later on. It will start a magnificent new beginning that you will fall in love with in its time. Pile number 2. And really, this is what your higher self genuinely wants you to see. It will happen, but there comes the acceptance of the right time for it to come, and not to be afraid to go through this journey with your head up, feeling strong, feeling empowered, knowing that what is written for you will always find its way to you. Pile number 2. You know, you may have, with the alignment of cups here, you could have been seeing a lot of signs discussing this, telling you the truth about your future. What you have worked on is buried now, and it will create a tree of abundance for you. Doesn't happen right away, but it happens in its own time. But when it does happen, though, you will feel more blessed than you can imagine. It will be exactly what you wanted, if not more. Pile number 2. So let's get some advice from your higher self on how to apply that exactly, because I'm sure it's not, you know, a switch that you can turn on, or maybe it is, I don't know. But let's seek some advice from your higher self on how you can apply this advice right now. Okay. So can we kindly get advice from pile number 2's higher self, thank you, please, on how they can apply this advice, please. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so we have 4 here. Let's look at the first 3. Wow, you have the 6 of Wands. You know what the first thing I'm seeing is? 6 of Wands is a card about victory, and you see that person being free on this eagle's back, flying on this eagle's back. So I really see your higher self telling you, knowing that you will succeed. Live with that type of freedom, knowing that what is slow now is going to be very quick. It's going to happen for you. And so live in today's energy with the vibration of you already being victorious. Pile number 2. You have the 9 of Thunder, which is the 9 of Swords. And you have the Root of Stones, which is the Knight of Pentacles. All right, so that makes sense here together. I see with the 9 of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, the idea of not letting your worries and fears affect your progress, you know. I see that it's about making small incremental steps every day. And I see your future self saying, whether you are worried or not, don't let your worries hinder that type of progress. And continue to do what you need to do regardless of whether you are at a high today or at a low. And by taking small steps every day, you will see that things are starting to work, and it will put you in a very high mood. Pile number 4. Just stick to it is your higher self's advice, as well as taking yourself out of the worries. Whenever you find yourself being worried, always remember your higher self's advice of living the victory today. Don't go through this journey feeling the pain when you're meant to receive what you are supposed to receive anyways. You're a spiritual being. You get signs and you know that you're going to have it. It's written for you. And so you know this is real. Live with the successful energy now so that you get there quicker and more peaceful. Pile number 2. I feel this one is sticking out. Again, the idea with the 7 of Pentacles, taking it bit by bit. That's the 7 of Pentacles, right? Doing, again, small changes every day. But I see the 7 chakras, meaning I see a peaceful person as well. Again, the message of doing these steps every day while being at peace. Being at peace, knowing it's going to happen for you. This way, your energetic aura is strong. Your chakras are vibrating higher. And you become a stronger energetic being. Helping this energy manifest onto you quicker. You have the 7 of Swords with the links here. All right. You have the Ace of Pentacles, and I love this Ace of Pentacles. Wow, it's like you're being given the world. And you have the Ace of Wands. Wow, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. You know, now we understand what the 7 of Swords is trying to say. Your other advice from your higher self is that don't let your environment fool you. You know, the Lynx is highly alert of its environment. But we're not just 3D. There are so many things that we cannot see. You can be alert and maybe check to see your progress, check to see if it's happening or not. And while it could be tricky energy with the 7 of Swords, thinking it's not happening, especially that it's falling right above the 5 of Cups, it may not always be true. Because energetically speaking, it's another different world. And you are meant to receive it. There is a new beginning, solid new beginning that will certainly happen for you. The Ace of Wands is a new creation happening. You living a new world, a new dream that is meant to happen in its time. And so don't be too alert of taking everything as a reason that it won't happen. Looking at how things aren't working and saying, it's not going to work. To be patient, let it take its time, let it go through its cycle, and during that time to go through it peacefully, but doing the things that you are meant to do to make it happen. Let it take its time. And during that time as well, to live that success and that feeling of empowerment and victory that you are going to have, that is yours, to live it from now so that you can enjoy your journey. My dear pile number 2, do not worry. These chestnuts that you have buried will one day turn into a huge tree that gives you so many chestnuts a day. And that's exactly what I see in your reading as your message from your higher self. My dear pile number 2, I truly hope you heed the call, and I hope that this reading truly changed your mind about one thing or the other, made you see things clearer from your higher self's perspective. And that was your reading, my dear pile number 2. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. By the way, pile number 2, this book could really help you out in this journey. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And pile number 2, I'm wishing you the best of luck in your journey from my heart. And I know you're going to get everything that you want and wished for right in your hands, in the palm of your hands, very soon, in its right time, my dear pile number 2. Thank you for tuning in, wishing you the best, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the castle as well as the Bloodstone. So let's take a look at what your higher self wants to tell you about your life right now. Taking all of that into consideration, we'll be taking a look at your oracle cards first. So pile number 3, you have the wolf and rose hip with guardianship. Interesting. Okay. You have perception. Perception does have to do with the eyes, you know. Could it be talking about you having a certain vision or something? Let's see. You have on one side indifferent and on the other side passionate. How interesting. All right, so it's becoming a bit clearer. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You have the Fool card, the Hierophant, okay. You have the Chariot. Wow, so many major arcana so far. This is a major issue here. You have the 5 of Cups, okay. You have, wow, the Queen of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, the Hermit card, the Moon card. This is the after tarot. The figure has turned around and has seen the Scorpio. The eyes are closed here. Also, the 2 hounds, they're similar to the wolf in that they are loyal, right? They guard. So this could be your higher self telling you to be careful about something. And then you have the 8 of Wands in the after tarot. Reaching the destination and taking another hit at a goal. Let me think about this. When I see a cow, I remember the goddess Hathor, the ancient Egyptian goddess Hathor, the goddess of love, nurture, care. So I see your higher self talking to you about guarding and taking care of an area of your life that you may be a bit indifferent about at the moment. See, even the Hierophant has their eyes being alert with all of these lines up there to take note of something, to take care of something. It could be taking care of you, of yourself, or maybe someone dear to you. Taking care of something, I don't want to say before it's too late. It's a critical time now, I see. It's a critical time in an area of your life that you need to take very good care of. Because things are moving quickly here with the Chariot. Your higher self wants you to be aware, that as opposed to things moving slowly in the past, things are moving quickly. And if you're not careful, you may regret something in the future. What is that thing? With this 8 of Wands, see, something is moving quickly. And I feel like since it's moving quickly, you need to have a goal for it. So what could that be? What could that be? Okay, so these could be different things. These could be, one, a relationship in your life. Maybe you're very busy. And your higher self, because of the Hermit, maybe you are spending maybe too much time on your own, and your higher self wants to redirect your attention about connecting with passion here, with some close people in your life, so that it doesn't move in a direction that you may not like or regret later. This could, another example could be with the rose hip here, the berries. It could be health, taking, nourishment. That could be another thing. Taking good care of your health and nourishment, because it's a critical time. Your higher self wants you to not neglect a critical area like that in your life. It could also be your work. Maybe you're not so passionate about it any longer. Maybe you had goals and you had dreams and you achieved some things, and maybe there's some idleness at this point, or you're not really that passionate about it as you used to be. Maybe it's your studies. It's really going to differ from, as I always say, from one person to the other, listening to this general reading. But the message is clear. There is a certain area in your life that your higher self wants to talk to you about specifically today. And they want to let you know if things changed slowly in the past, meaning you putting it behind your back may have not caused that much of a big effect or big deal in the past. It's not going to be the same moving forward, and they want you to turn around and notice danger, some danger approaching day by day. And for this reason, they want you to nourish and love this area that is important to you in your life, and give it the love and care that it requires from you before it's too late. To set goals for it, because as long as you have goals and you know exactly what you want to do, this is when you will actually take the steps and passionately towards it. Pile number 3, for sure. To open your eyes towards something and to set your eyes on a goal, on a very specific goal, with a time frame, maybe with specific timings, with specific ingredients, if it is, or with specific people, whatever it is. Be very specific, There's a stark difference between the black and the white, of course, and the yin and the yang, showing me that there needs to be specificality. Don't let it be all in gray. I'm gonna take care of that. I'm gonna do that. Because the idea of someday I'm gonna do that, or I will get to it, or I'm gonna take it slow. Do take it slow, of course, as long as it's clear on what you want to do, when you're gonna do it, and how you're gonna do it. As you have these clear, you will be taking steps towards it, and you will be saving something critical in the direction that you want. And so your higher self knows very well that this is an area that is very important to you, and does not want you to regret it later on. You have the time to take care of it now, to begin anew, to learn what you need to learn about it, and to take the necessary steps, and not to treat it indifferently, because it's costly at the moment to treat it with indifference. Pile number 3. In fact, on the contrary, with the Queen of Pentacles in conjunction with the Seven of Pentacles, this shows that it's the other way around. If you start planting the right seeds now, doing the right things, it will grow in the direction that you want. It will create the favorable results and the things that you would wish you would have from this area. Seeing that, I do want to pick up your tarot cards, and I want to ask your higher self in specific what you should do that will work for you with this area. Oh, thanks. 2 cards already. So what does your higher self advise you with? What does your higher self want you to do exactly to achieve this, to reverse this? Yeah. Thanks. To reverse the situation. Exactly. And let it go in the direction that you want. So these are 4. Let's see these ones first. You have the Devil card. Oh, there we go. So with the Devil card, to not fall into the trap of illusion and let time drag you by, into an area that you don't want. So the first advice that I see from your spirit guides, especially that we've noticed that this is a major issue, is to first acknowledge that this is a critical time. Second of all, we have the Seed of Thunder, which is the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is being curious, jumping right at it, planning, seeing what is necessary. It's action. It's taking action, but specifically in the area of researching what you need to do, setting the first milestones to how you're gonna do it, even if you don't have the full plan ready, but knowing the initial steps, making these first plans towards the initial steps, starting off even if you're not exactly sure how you're gonna do it moving forward, but it's springing into action. Yeah. You also have the 9 of Thunder, which is the 9 of Swords. I feel with the 9 of Swords that you may feel like you have so much that maybe you have to take care of. That's the thing. You have a lot of things that you need to take care of in life, and that's already stressing you. And so although you really want to take care of these other important areas, you're feeling the stress. You're not sure how to do it exactly. And so this ties in beautifully, actually, with the advice of the Page of Swords in this case. And so here your higher self is telling you, as long as you don't take action, you're going to feel like whatever needs to get done is way bigger than it may actually is. And that's the illusion here. And so by springing into action and taking it slowly and taking these initial steps, you will notice that first of all, it's not as big as you may think it is. And second of all, it's like you'll see ahead. It's like, the more you move with your car, the more you are able to see the road ahead. And so things will become clearer as you take steps. And each step will highlight more information on what is the necessary next step, and so on. It can only begin by beginning somewhere, because otherwise you may be lost and really not knowing what to do. But it's really about taking these initial steps and taking these initial plans to make these steps. Just start somewhere. Pile number 3, and you will see that it won't hinder your plans at all. You can continue to commit to whatever is important to you. But at the same time, you will find the room to include these things that are important to you without disturbing your initial plan. As long as with the Page of Swords, you're curious, you seek out the time that you can put these plans in and take the initial steps. Yeah, that's for sure. You also have the Emperor. Yeah, absolutely. You have the Root of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. You have the Harvest of Thunder, which is the King of Swords. And you have the Four of Pentacles. And you do see that a figure was able to create 4 big wool balls or cotton balls from this cotton field. So what am I seeing? I'm seeing that the more you take small steps, the more you will feel that you are able to take control of this important area of your life. You'll feel that it's within your hands. And the Knight of Cups shows that the more you're in control, the more you're seeing results in the other area, the more you will love yourself for taking these initial steps. By that time, you will see that the only way to have had these results was to just start somewhere. Make some new rules, let's say every Thursday at 5 p.m. I'm gonna call my children, or every Saturday at noon I'm going to only take care of my skin and skin routines, my hair routines, or whatever it is. Every night before I go to bed, I'm going to wash my vegetables so that I can have a healthy meal in the morning instead of rushing and eating something that I'll regret later on, and so on. Taking these initial steps, making initial plans, jump-starting them will really help you create a foundation of you seeing results that you want to take, you want to have. And from this foundation, you will start seeing great results that will further encourage you to be even more disciplined with the King of Swords, to make bigger plans, because now everything is set in stone. Everything has a foundation, has a system. And once you create a system with the Emperor, you're able to grow within the system. And you create a system within a system within a system, and all of a sudden it's just working automatically for you without really interrupting what is important to you. And also with the Four of Pentacles, this shows that, little cotton buds here and there will create humongous results later on in your future. This is what your higher self is saying. Take it step by step. Don't overload yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself. Your higher self can really feel the things that you have to go through. Maybe you have a lot of commitments at the moment. It just wants to encourage you to start the little things that are important to you, because you will thank yourself later on for making these initial small changes for the very things that are super important to you, because you do want to see these big results and these big things later on in your near future. Pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you heed the call. I hope you get the results that you want very quickly, and that you always keep what is very dear to you, my dear pile number 3. May you always be blessed. That was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. By the way, this book could really help you out in making all of this work, identifying what is important to you, getting straight to it, making it happen, and enjoying that process as you become more productive and learn through key advice and secrets how to do it, and also enjoy it at the same time. If you're interested in checking that out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And pile number 3, it was a real pleasure doing this reading for you. Thank you for tuning in. Wishing you the best of luck, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.